Hello friends, welcome back to the online classroom. Today we are going to see the classification of power amplifiers. In the last lecture we have seen the basic concepts regarding power amplifiers and the differences between voltage amplifier and power amplifier. So in this lecture we are going to see the classification of power amplifiers. So to classify a power amplifier means what? Regarding of their mode of operations of power amplifier, we are going to classify the power amplifiers into different sections. So in which classification or in which classes the power amplifier falls, we'll see in the subsequent lecture. So there are many classes of power amplifiers, but we are going to see only few classes that are important for our subject. So we'll start with the classification. So to classify the power amplifiers, we'll have to see what actually or what exactly the power amplifier does or how it works. So as you know, apart from voltage amplifier which handles very small signals, the power amplifier handles a large signal. So for the power amplifier it is very large signal. So the power amplifiers are classified according to their mode of operation. So which mode of operations are there, we'll see in the subsequent lecture. So what is the mode of operation? That is the portion of the input cycle during which the collector current is expected to flow. So as earlier we have seen in voltage amplifiers, the collector current flows for the full 360 degrees of the input signal, means what? Positive half cycle and negative half cycle. So if you take a sinusoidal signal, suppose this is a sinusoidal signal, so its full cycle means what? Positive half cycle and negative half cycle, it range from 0 to 2 pi. So that is 360 degrees, and this middle is pi. This is what? So this first positive half cycle is of 180 degrees and negative half cycle is also of 180 degrees. So two half cycles, positive and negative, total comprising 360 degrees of input cycle. So whatever this collector current flows for which part of the input cycle, means what? Full 360 degrees part or half part, that is 180 degrees, or another. So depending upon that we are going to classify the power amplifiers of different classes. So we'll see how exactly we are going to classify the power amplifiers. I hope you all got the concept of 360 degrees, that is a full cycle, 0 to 2 pi, that is the one complete cycle of a sinusoidal signal. So the positive half cycle, that is 0 to pi, is nothing but 180 degrees, and negative half cycle, that is pi to 2 pi, it is also 180 degrees. So combining both the half cycles will get full 360 degrees. So we'll go to the next classification. So we'll start to classify the power amplifiers. So on this basis, whatever we have seen earlier, we are going to classify the power amplifier in 4 major classes, that is class A, class B, class AB power amplifier, and class C power amplifier. So these are the 4 major classes. Again the power amplifiers are classified further or beyond this, that is class D and further, so will not require that amount of classes. So for our understanding, we'll only consider these 4 classes, that is class A, class B, class AB and class C. So in this also 3 classes, class A, class B and class C power amplifier is the major classification of the amplifiers. And you can see this class AB amplifier which falls in between class A amplifier and class C amplifier. That is why it is called as a class AB amplifier. Sorry, in between class A and class B amplifier. We will see in this subsequent lecture how we can classify as a power amplifier as a class AB power amplifier. So there are 4 major classes, that is class A, class B, class AB and class C of the power amplifier. So we will see each class individually. So first we will go to the class A power amplifier. So this is a class A power amplifier. So how you can say that given power amplifier is a class A power amplifier? So see here, when the collector current flows over the full 360 degrees of the input cycle, when the collector current flows over the full 360 degrees of the input cycle of the signal, then the power amplifier is known as a class A power amplifier. So suppose we have given a input signal like this and we are expected a output signal. So we are not considering any phase shift of 180 degrees or something like that. We are generally pretending that this amplifier will give a 0 degree phase shift, or we are going to use a 2 stages of power amplifiers, means what, 180 degrees plus 180 degrees, that is 360 degrees. So in this we will get the output for full 360 degree, that is 0 to 2 pi. So in this no signal is lost, no signal is lost. So we are getting the output for, or collector current will flow throughout 360 degrees. Throughout means what? Starting from this point. So throughout 360 degrees the collector current will flow. So this is the very basic class of the power amplifier, that is class A power amplifier. So whatever single state C amplifier we have seen, so this is nothing but a class A power amplifier, but the difference is instead of regular BJT, bipolar junction transistor, we have used a power amplifier here. So other all things are same. So only a power amplifier is used instead of a power transistor. Power transistor is used instead of a regular BJT. So this is the only difference. All other circuit is same as like a single stage C amplifier, that is small signal amplifier. So you can see here the Q point, here the Q point, we have set the Q point in middle of the load line. So this is the load line, you can see this is the load line. So we have set the Q point or operating point in the middle of load line. This is your input signal. So as this is your input signal, you are getting the output signal which will flow, or the collector current will flow over the full 360 degree angle. So the conduction angle is here 360 degrees. So conduction angle of class A amplifier is 360 degrees. So as we have set the operating point in the middle, we are getting all the 360 degrees collector current. So this is the class A power amplifier. So just remember, for a class A power amplifier the conduction angle is 360 degrees, or the collector current flows over full 360 degrees of the input cycle. Next we will see the class B power amplifier. Remember, this is only classification. In detail part we will see in the next lectures. So, this is the class B power amplifier. So, for a class B power amplifier, the collector current only flows during the positive half cycle, or 1/2 or 180 degrees. So, collector current only flows for 180 degrees, or you can say 1/2 cycle. So, we will consider this as an input signal and we will get the output signal. Now, we will consider the 180 degree phase shift between input and output. So, now the collector current will only flow, considering the 180 degree phase shift of single stage amplifier. The collector current only flows for the 180 degree phase shift. For other half cycle, the output will be 0. So, we will only get 0 to pi in the output section. So, here we have 0, pi and 2 pi. So, we will only get the half cycle. The collector current will only flow for positive half cycle, meaning what? We will get a negative half cycle because of single stage we are getting 180 degree phase shift. For other half cycle, negative half cycle, the output will be 0. So, here the conduction angle is 180 degrees. So, this is your class B power amplifier. So, the efficiency of class B power amplifier is more than class A amplifier. So, what efficiency is exactly we will see in the next lectures. So, just remember, class B power amplifier, the conduction angle is 180 degree, or the collector current will flow only for 1/2 cycle of the input signal. So, here is the circuit diagram. So, this is the push-pull arrangement of the transistors. We will see in the next lecture what is exactly is push-pull arrangement. One is push and another is pull. Here one is NPN transistor and other is PNP transistor. So, as you all know, the class B power amplifier, the collector current only flows for the 1/2 cycle. So, we do not want a distorted signal. We do not want only positive half cycles in your output signal or only negative half cycles in the output signal. That is why we are requiring a push-pull arrangement. That means the class B amplifier, the first amplifier or first transistor, this NPN transistor only gives a positive half cycle, and this PNP transistor will give a negative half cycle output. That is why we will get full positive plus negative half cycle. So, this is the push-pull arrangement. So, now you can see how this class B power amplifier is going to give you 180 degree conduction angle. See here, the Q point is set along the here. So, this is your Q point at the end of load line. So, here when you set the Q point, so this is your input signal and you are going to get output for only this part of your input. So, here you can see as the voltage varies from this to this, the Q point will change its location from this point to this point, and you are going to get the input signal or output signal like this. So, this is your output signal. For what happens when this negative half cycle is there? So, for negative half cycle, suppose at this point, so for negative half cycle, your Q point shifts downwards. So Q point will be here somewhere. So for this Q point, you will not be getting any output because it is beyond the graph or beyond this load line. So you are only getting the output signal when the Q point is between this point and this point. So as the Q point is settled here, you are not getting any output. So the output will be 0. This is the class B. Same applies for the PNP transistor. So for this negative half cycle, it will be amplifying the negative half cycle, and combination of this both transistor, you are getting the full 360 degree output. So this is the class B amplifier. Next is class AB amplifier. So you all know the class A amplifier, the conduction angle is 360 degrees, and for class B amplifier the conduction angle is 180 degrees. So the class AB power amplifier, the conduction angle is between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. Means what? Suppose if you consider the conduction angle of a amplifier is as a theta, so it will be greater than 180 degrees and it will be less than 360 degrees. So the collector current will flow in where something between 180 degrees to 360 degrees. So this is the class A, that is why it is called as a class AB amplifier, because it is a combination of class A and class B power amplifier. So why this class AB power amplifier is needed, we will see in the subsequent lectures, but just consider the conduction angle for class AB amplifier is somewhere between 180 degrees to 360 degrees. So we will see in the figure how exactly this is going to happen. So again this is a push-pull amplifier, push-pull arrangement, one NPN is there and one PNP is there. So see here, the Q point is set along the load line just above the voltage x-axis, just above the x-axis. So that is why the output signal will give, see here, this is your 0 to pi. So this is 0 and pi. So the conduction angle means what? Output signal flows beyond 180 degrees. So here from this some current is flowing. So it is beyond 180 degrees, but it is not full 160 degrees or 180 degrees. So you are not getting this full cycle. So that is why the conduction angle of the class AB power amplifier is between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. And next, last but the not least, is the class C power amplifier. So in the class C power amplifier, the collector current flows for less than a half cycle. Means what? Less than 180 degrees, maybe 170 degrees or 160, 90 degrees, 70 degrees, anything you can take, but the conduction angle is less than 180 degrees. So we can see the theta is less than 180 degrees. So theta is less than 180 degrees. Maybe it is 150 degrees or 90 degrees, 100 degrees. So the class C power amplifier is the highest efficient power amplifier. We will see how this efficiency will work in the next lecture. For now, you just concentrate on the classification of power amplifier. So the class C power amplifier will give the conduction angle less than 180 degree. So you can see the circuit diagram for the class C power amplifier. So here a parallel resonance circuit is used, and the biasing, see here there is a different sort of biasing here. It is not regular voltage divider biasing. So it is a base bias, and Why this is used? So biasing, as you all know, the biasing is required to set the Q point. So in what matter you are setting doing your biasing of a transistor, the Q point will shift according to that. So now, having done this type of biasing, you can see the Q point is beyond the x axis. So naturally the signal will not flow for 360 degrees of your input signal, because you can see the large part, see here, this part from this to this. So this signal will be out of the, just a minute, the large part from this to this. So this is the part where the Q point is beyond the x axis, somewhere here. So the only part where the Q point is along the load line will be this, giving the output which is flowing less than 180 degrees. So you can clearly see it is less than 180 degrees. So this is the class C power amplifier, and it is having a very good amount of efficiency. So what is efficiency is, we'll see in the next lecture. So this is the class C power amplifier. Now we'll just differentiate different classes. So here you can see there are different classes, class D to T are there. So we'll not require that classes, we'll only consider these 4 classes, class A, class AB, class B and class C. Here is the conduction angle ranging from 0 degree to 360 degree, that is 0 to 2 pi, and here is the efficiency along the y axis. So we don't want to see the efficiency now. For this part we will only see the conduction angle. So here you can see for a class A power amplifier, your conduction angle is 360 degree, meaning what? The collector current will flow throughout the 360 degree cycle. Now here you can see the class B power amplifier only gives 180 degree output, or the conduction angle is 180 degree. And here you can see for class AB power amplifier, the conduction angle is somewhere between 360 degrees to 180 degrees. And now lastly, class C amplifier, the conduction angle is between 0 degree to 180 degree, means what? Less than 180 degree, meaning what? It may be 90 degrees or 45 degrees or 145 or 120 degrees, but it will be less than 180 degrees. So this is the basic classification of power amplifiers, that is class A, class AB, class B and class C power amplifiers. In the next lecture, we will see the efficiency and the details regarding each class of the power amplifiers. I hope you all understand the video. Thank you for watching the video.